So in my last video we were drawing from Sailor Moon, and I gave Usagi vibrant purple hair at one point. We didn't keep with it, but I was wanting to do something with vibrant colors, and while I've not seen any pre-cure outside of screenshots or like a GIF or something, I knew that that's where the vibrant colors lived, and so I was like, we gotta find something from there to put on this channel. I believe this is the newest installation of Precure. I'm not sure. I haven't seen any of it, like I said. Normally there's, I think, about 4 main characters. This one looks like it has only 2. So initially, if you're not familiar with magical girl anime, you have basically, it's kind of like Batman and Zorro, where you have your regular character and then they have their alternate like crime fighting self, you know. So this is the main characters. I think it's the main characters. Again, I guess there's 2 main characters, but this is the alternate character, Cure Mystique, for the main character whose name escapes me at the moment. But my idea was to draw the 2 counterparts of like, I'm just a regular schoolgirl, and then the I'm fighting crime, you know, just have 2 of them in one picture. I was mostly happy with how this sketch turned out, but looking at it now, I'm like, I'm glad I didn't keep this one. I'm glad I, you know, we tried to draw it, but eventually I just had to let it go for reasons I'll explain later. Meanwhile, we have Cure Answer over here, who I was like, I have to draw her because the color of her hair is just so pretty. Like, I loved the pink. I really wanted to draw the pink, so I knew, okay, we're gonna have to do both of them, and then maybe I'll draw their, you know, regular selves another time. But, because I was like, I'm not putting 4 faces on one picture again, especially since these 2, when they're in their magical girl forms, are just so loaded with like accessories and just big hair and stuff like that. It'd be very difficult to do that. So I have both of the sketches, and now I'm trying to assemble them, and it's just not working. They'd have to be really tiny or just blocking each other's like accessories, or I'd have to draw a ton more on them to have them work together. So I went back to the drawing board, found this one, because I was like, her hair needs to be kind of just down, and it'll be easier to put these 2 poses together of Cure Answer and this girl here, Cure Mystique. Oh, we're gonna go into coloring. So real fast, just look at the color difference on my 2 computer screens. The one on the left is mostly accurate, and the one on the right is what I'm looking at, because that's the art side, because that's the bigger screen. So it's just, you know, it's quite a surprise when I'm all done and I have it on one screen and then put it on the other. Anyway, so the copy and pasting and flipping it, I didn't want to do it at first because it's depriving me a lot of practice of trying to make things look natural by, you know, just trying to draw both the left and right by myself. But since I figured I have to do the line art anyways, we'll just give myself a pass this time, because it wasn't like fine-tuned anyways. There was going to be a lot of off the grid, like off the lines drawing that I was going to have to do to make them look different. But it's just something where normally I try to at least attempt to make things look the same with practice and time, but there was a lot to do on this one, and I chose the easier route. So normally I don't use this program. Obviously it would be a lot easier because it has layers and I don't have to worry about accidentally saving over something or not saving in time before something crashes. But I find that I worry a lot more about being perfect with it, and that's just not so much fun. Thankfully though, this one was very relaxing to work on, and the layers were very helpful because of all their accessories and hair. And I could have colored it in this one as well, but the other program has a texture, and I normally don't work with textures. But for this one, I wanted to use the watercolor texture, and the background, like, you can't really see it too much. When I was doing the initial coloring to make sure I had most everything correct, which the pinks were kind of bleeding together and I was grabbing the wrong ones, so those weren't right. I would have to fix that later. But anyways, I like the texture. It does add a lot to me, kind of like how at the end of the pictures I will add basically like TV noise to things. It makes it look like a screenshot or something from back in the day. Back in the day, it's the 90s, it's not that far away. I will hear no discussion of how it was 30 years ago. Let's move on. So I used to use textures quite a bit in my art, at least when I was using watercolor, because I just liked the way it looked. But because of how I would have to resize things and then go back and fix it, a lot of things would get messed up, so I stopped doing that and would just use solid colors. But now, since I know I'm not going to be doing anything with this, I'm not like selling it and printing it and all of that stuff, like I don't have to worry about resizing this. I was like, let's just use textures, let's have fun. And I think it really adds a lot. I really like it. It adds like its own detail in a way, but it's not so overpowering that you're like, this is distracting. At least to me, I really like it. I don't know if we'll be doing much of it later, but I'm glad I did it for this piece out of all of the things I've been doing. I'm so happy the colors were the main driving force of this. Like, it's so pretty, and I wasn't opposed to picking a precure where there was more characters. Obviously that would be harder for fitting it all on one page. We might come back to a precure. Is there a precure that's your favorite? Let me know. Maybe we'll go to that one. But I love how it looks at the end. I tried to do a little bit of pink and purple of their backgrounds on it, but then there was just one that had a really pretty blue, and so we picked that, and then I added just random details, squares and dots and hearts, just, you know. Thanks for watching.